Hi everybody, Jennifer Blevins-Smith with Integral Clinic Solutions, and you're watching my YouTube channel, Navigating the Business of Medicine. Today I want to talk about financial agreements. These would be documents that you would be asking new patients to your clinic to review and sign for your records. A financial agreement is something I feel is very important to provide to your patients that you provide services to, so that everybody can be on the same page, they can be made aware of your policies and procedures with certain things, and also it could help you legally if you go into a dispute or a collections process with a patient. Now, please keep in mind, I am not an attorney. I do not know the full legal side of everything. So you would want to consult a healthcare attorney when it comes to this and see if maybe they would be willing to either provide you with a templated financial policy or financial agreement that you would provide to patients and ask them to sign, or they would review one that you've put together for your practice. A financial agreement or financial policy is just that. And if you've been to a doctor's office, chances are you have signed these. Maybe you don't even pay attention to what it is and you're just signing and dating, but most practices have them. These documents should be given to new patients for sure, and then you should be updating your financial policy as needed and having established patients sign the newer version whenever needed. The financial policy should, one, tell them that you're going to bill their medical insurance on their behalf and that they're giving you permission to do so. You do need to have documentation showing that the patient is authorizing you to communicate and work with their medical insurance to bill for services rendered in your practice and on their behalf. It should also talk about your payment policies, so how often they're going to receive statements, how soon you expect to receive payment after they receive the statements, how many statements that you will send before you start the collections process. And again, using the word collections sometimes can be restricted in your state. So sometimes you can't even use the word collections until you're actually sending an account to an external collections company. But you would want to check that in your state on what verbiage you can use in this situation. But for this video, so for understanding purposes, I'm going to be saying the collections process as: we've sent you 3 statements, no payment has been made on the account, and then you have an internal collections process that you try calling the patient, you send them, warning letters that their account is past due, etc. You could talk about payment plans if you have any payment plan options that you offer for high cost services or balances. You can talk about if you're going to charge interest. That can be a little bit of a slippery slope depending on the legalities in your state with this. Again, you'd want to consult an attorney, but if you're going to charge interest, that would be there. You can talk about your no-show policy, and if you charge patients for no-shows, which I believe you should if you have someone who is a chronic no-shower, because that is reserving an appointment that somebody else could have had that you could have billed for those services. So it is taking money out of your pocket. It should be your non-sufficient funds, like bounce check policy, how much you charge for that. Usually you consult your bank, find out how much they charge for a bounce check or non-sufficient funds, and then you pass that on to the patient themselves. So you would have that included. These are all examples of what would be included on a financial policy that you would need patients to review and sign. I am not saying that it is required, but I feel it is definitely encouraged. I feel that patients will give you excuses when you're trying to use that and say, oh, I didn't know what I was signing, I didn't pay attention, but they signed it and they dated it, right? So definitely want to make sure that you think about this situation, see if this is something you want to implement in your practice if you have not already, and get it going as soon as possible. You would just present it to the patient, they can sign it, date it, and you store it in their chart for future reference as needed. If you have any questions or comments about this, please leave that in the comments below. Smash the thumbs up button if today's video was helpful, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Please share my video with any of your colleagues whom you feel would benefit. And I hope you guys have a good day. Take care of yourselves. We're rapidly ending the summer, which is so sad to me, but I love the fall, so I am looking forward to that. All right, take care. Bye-bye.